This is the Daily Treasure podcast produced by Mark Inc. Ministries, and I'm Sharon Betters, and I'm so grateful that we have been traveling this pathway together. We started the Pilgrimage Fueled by Hope series in January. We took a break for Easter, and now we are wrapping up with our 12th week of this series. It's just been such a joy to know that women from really all over the world are joining together to walk this pathway. We've met some very interesting people along the way, and today we're going to review Anna, Hannah, and Mary. Today's treasure is from Luke chapter 1, verse 38. Mary responded, "I am the Lord's servant. May everything you have said about me come true." And then the angel left her. Anna, Hannah, and Mary joined us on our pilgrimage fueled by hope and left us with much to process. Each woman faced shocking challenges that could have left her hopeless and shattered. Yet, each woman schools us with the way she responded to the pathway on which God placed her. Anna reacted to the death of her husband by running to the church, where she prayed and fasted 24 hours a day. We imagined her as the woman every pastor wishes was part of his congregation. She's the older woman who comes alongside struggling mothers to encourage them that children are a gift from God, and they are not alone in this parenting journey. Single or newly widowed women saw in Anna a role model that no matter the circumstances, they had purpose and they could experience joy again. Anna's auto response to tragedy was to surrender to God's purposes and live a life fully dedicated to serving Him. Anna's Old Testament sister Hannah wrestled to submit to God, withholding children from her. Her sister wife, Peninnah, poured salt into the wound of her empty womb every year during the family's annual trip to worship God. Years passed before Hannah experienced relief and the desire of her heart when she gave birth to her son. Hannah struggled to respond in a godly way to the unending taunts of her sister wife and the constant reminder that God had closed her womb. Yet, she did not give up public or private worship in order to avoid Peninnah's scathing, life-taking words. Hannah's auto response was to worship and also to wrestle with God's purposes without fear of His rejection. Perhaps Mary's response to the earth-shattering news that she would bear the very Son of God, even though she had never known a man, best summarizes the auto response of Hannah and Anna to their life crises as well. Mary responded in Luke 1:38, "I am the Lord's servant. May everything you have said about me come true." And then the angel left her. I love how Mary ran to her cousin Elizabeth, who was experiencing her own miracle pregnancy. Mary's song, known as the Magnificat, seems to flow from her time with Elizabeth. There are so many similarities between Mary's song and Hannah's song that I wonder if Elizabeth and Mary sang Hannah's song as they reveled in the unfathomable mystery surrounding their pregnancies and the love of their God. I see a mission statement in the words of Mary's response to the angel. Mary's mission was to serve the Lord, no matter what His calling. Her circumstances became her platform for glorifying Him. Years before Mary was born, Hannah uttered similar words in her song after the birth of her son, Samuel. Similarly, Anna demonstrates by her life that her calling was to review her circumstances as her platform for glorifying God. Friends, take Anna, Mary, and Hannah along with you today and allow their lives to speak into yours. Each one offers teaching moments that encourage us to fall deeper in love with Jesus, trusting Him to fill our hearts with a song of praise as we surrender each moment of our lives to Him. Oh Lord, your love astounds us, and we are so grateful for the lives of our sisters, Hannah, Anna, and Mary. Thank you for how they responded to life crises that could have destroyed them. Instead, their lives help us focus on seeing our own circumstances as a platform for glorifying you. Friends, thanks so much for joining us for the Daily Treasure podcast. You know, every day we send out this podcast, every single day of the year. Every single day of the year, we also send out an email with the devotional. And we do it because we want to help one another walk by faith by turning our hearts toward Jesus through His Word. But you know, even though it's free to those who access it, it isn't free. There are production costs. And we would appreciate so much if you would help us underwrite those costs. For every gift that you give, we are going to donate a copy of Treasures in Darkness to a local funeral home. And not only will they receive a book, but they're going to receive a beautiful grief care package that they can give to those who are deeply grieving, especially over the loss of a child. So your gift is not only underwriting the Daily Treasure devotional, but it is also helping a brokenhearted parent lean into the love of Jesus. You can safely give by going to markinc.org. That's markinc.org. I am so grateful for each of you who have supported us already, and I pray that many more of you will recognize the opportunity to help others walk by faith by giving to the support of the Daily Treasure podcast and devotional. Thanks so much for joining us, and I look forward to being with you tomorrow.